What's up, guys? It's David Meadows here with some sweet information about my hometown of Vidalia, Georgia. Well, what's sweet about it? Well, Vidalia is known for the world's famous Vidalia Sweet Onion, and today I'm going to inform you on how the sweet onion is a sweet onion, the economic factors the onion brings to our economy locally and state, and the Vidalia Onion Festival, which is a big market for the sweet onion. First, I'm going to start with the history behind it. About 80 years ago, a farmer by the name of Moses Coleman grew an onion and tasted it and said, "Wow, this onion's not hot, but it's sweet." And that was the late spring of 1931. Since then, it was a struggle to sell the onions, but he finally sold them to the local Piggly Wiggly, which we don't have many around now, but in 1940s and 50s, Piggly Wigglies were largely known. He sold a 50-pound bag for $3.50. $3.50 now is not a lot of money, but back then that was a large amount of money. The farmers today, they make $35 to ship 5-pound bags and $95 to ship 40-pound bags. So you can see how evolved the onion has gotten since the 1930s. Second, I'm gonna start with the uniqueness behind the sweet onion and what makes it sweet. The secret behind the taste is the soil content around around Vidalia, which is in a 20-county production area, and it can't be grown anywhere else in the world. But the soil has a limited amount of aluminum and granites in it, which I guess with the onion seed and those two factors makes the onion sweet. But once it took off from there, helped the economy a lot. Georgia finally named the sweet onion its state vegetable, which is a big deal. In the 1990s, technology helped the sweet onion produce more in the season instead of just selling onions in the spring. There are apple container. Well, it first started as apple containers, and they had a climate control which helped the apple sell in all times of the year instead of one. They moved the onions to those containers, and they could hold up to 20 million onions in those containers. They're huge. And that helped the onions sell throughout the season instead of just the spring. Once that happened, the local and state revenues went up. Each year the onion sells $150 million a year, $150 million just off Vidalia sweet onions a year. So that's huge. And the all-around cost, the onions have factored $2.3 billion, which is an insane amount of money, and created over 15,000 jobs in the area. Now I'm going to talk to you about the Vidalia Onion Festival. The Vidalia Onion Festival happens once every year, and it starts in April 28ish. So it's not hot, it's not cold. It's a good time for people who come all the way around the world to celebrate the onion, to market the onion, and have a good time with their families. The Onion Festival it's a week-long festival. It starts with a carnival. The carnival's all week long. There's a pageant, there's arts and crafts, there's an onion eating contest, which I'm not a fan of. I like my onions cooked. There's the street dance, which the street dance is a weekend process where they bring in a concert, a big band comes in, and they just bring everybody together. The young folks love them. And on Saturday and Sunday, at the end of the festival, they have an air show usually, and it's at the airport. Usually the Blue Angels or the Snowbirds come to town and entertain the people who came from all around to celebrate the sweet onion. And in conclusion, you can see how the onion has impact our local and state economies and brought revenue and created jobs. It became the state veggie, which that's a big deal from where I'm from. We live in a small town, not a big population, and we have something to celebrate every year. So it brings more businesses to to our area. We'll continue to celebrate the sweet onion. From where I'm from, it's a way of life. We're raised by onion fields. The whole city smells like onions in the spring. And I hope you enjoyed this video.